If you'd have told me in August that we would have a season of 24-6, a regular season, I certainly would have signed up for that. If you think of 24-6 overall, you probably would figure that one of those or more of those losses would have happened in the non-conference season. And that's one of the maybe the differences in our season, that all 6 of our losses came in the conference. But we just finished talking about that. You know, we, in essence, missed the regular season conference championship by 1 game. UCLA is an excellent team, and they deserve to win it. And hopefully that'll make us hungrier here for not only Vegas, but also beyond.
Talked about it a little bit before, and in your time here, is this the most wide open Pac-12 tournament you've experienced?
I think so, and it's also the most competitive. And I'll focus on that because every game is really going to go to the wire. You know, I look at Arizona State, just because we just played them. They're playing Stanford in a Wednesday game, and I look at both of those teams and say to myself that, you know, both of those teams, I believe, could win a game in the NCAA tournament. That you could have made the argument a number of times during our conference season that they are one of the top 4 teams, arguably. So the fact that they're playing each other on a Wednesday, I think it says everything you need to know about the competitive field.
How important is it then to have that first round bye?
It's important. It becomes more important, though, the longer the tournament goes. You know, on the first day, it's nice maybe to have that extra day of practice and preparation, maybe not get beat up in a game. But it also gives the team who plays on Wednesday more familiarity with the court and the tournament. They're coming off of a win. But I think if you have an opportunity to play beyond that first day for us, which would be Thursday, and that'll be very difficult for us to do, but then I think every day from that point it means more.
Looking at the first round matchup, obviously Arizona plays the winner of the Colorado-Oregon State game. What do you see in that matchup specifically?
Well, it's been some time since we played Oregon State, and we only played them on their home court. I feel like it was almost another season ago, and because you don't play them twice, maybe you're not as familiar with them just because you haven't watched them in quite a while. But I know they have a number of very good players offensively. They can score. Colorado, we're very familiar with, and we respect them a great deal. I think, you know, to me, one of the things that's happened in both of our Colorado games is that they've shot the three-point shot extremely well. I think they've hit 19 threes against us in 2 games. And I only say that because that's not necessarily how they win. That's not a part of what makes them a good team. So, you know, if we get Colorado, I think that's a stat that we'll be well aware of. And Oregon State, certainly we respect their ability to score.
Now that we've moved into the postseason, how does that change the approach, the organization, the detail now that every game is a lose and go home proposition?
What we hope is it doesn't change at all. And if it changes, that's not to your team's advantage. You know, it's pretty much a matter of being as ready as we can be, as practiced and detailed as we can be. But it isn't as if we're going to turn it on any more or less now that we're in single elimination. I think if anything, you want that familiarity and it to feel the same for all involved. In our conference tournament, there's just much more familiarity between both your opponent knowing us and us knowing them, but that doesn't mean that we're going to prepare any differently.